Hello there, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. You've reached the very last mini episode of Season 1 of the Walnut and the Oak Children's Storytelling Podcast. I'm Grandpa Banjo Bill, and this little fellow beside me is Potato. We've been looking forward to this moment with you. Now, you've just finished listening to the story about Marlo the Meadow Mouse and her friends Wobbleton the tortoise and Pip the bluebird. Marlo was something special. She asked questions, all sorts of questions, big ones, small ones, funny ones, wonderful ones. Wobbleton and Pip had grown a little older and a little quieter, and somewhere along the way they'd forgotten how lovely it feels to wonder. Not because they were doing anything wrong, just because sometimes grown-ups forget, get too busy, or start to feel like they're too old to ask questions. But Marlo showed us something important, that you are never, ever too old to be curious, and never too old to ask questions, because questions are where imagination begins, and that is the magic. When you ask questions, your mind stretches, it lights up, it starts imagining new ideas, new possibilities, and new adventures. And that's a beautiful thing. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how good it feels when you're really curious about something? When your brain leans forward just a little and says, "Oh, what's that about?" That feeling right there? That's wonder. Questions invite wonder. Wonder invites imagination. And imagination makes the world feel bigger, brighter, and far more fun. So here's a little thought to carry with you today, my friend. When a question pops into your mind, follow it. Chase it. Let it lead you somewhere new. And before we move on, I want to say something just to you. Your mind, it's full of ideas, pictures, and thoughts that no one else in the world has in quite the same way you do. The way you notice things, the way you wonder, the way you think, that matters. Every question you ask is your mind saying, "I want to understand more," and that is something very special. Now, if you'd like a worksheet or a coloring page to go with Marlo's story, ask a parent to send an email to the address in the show notes, and we'll send one along for you. Potato has hidden a tiny potato somewhere in the coloring page. He thinks it's very sneaky, but I wouldn't be surprised if you spot it straight away. All right, my friend, before we finish, I want to tell you something important. You are clever. You are curious. And your mind is full of brilliant ideas. The questions you ask, the things you imagine, the way you wonder about the world, that's what makes you, you. So keep wondering, keep imagining, keep asking questions. Well now, that's all from me and Potato. Thank you for spending this season with us. We hope you'll join us again for Season 2, which begins April 1st, 2026.
Yay!
Until then, keep that curious mind shining bright, because you are the boss of your brain. That means you get to choose what you believe and how you treat yourself. And that's a pretty special thing. All righty now. Say goodbye, Potato. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.